There was a scheme introduced by Indian government to provide free LPG connections to women from poor households, particularly the BPL families, SC/ST families, widows, etc. The women candidate of the household can enjoy the free cylinder connections or LPG connections at home. This is introduced by Government of India for what reason? It is introduced for the reason of taking care of the health of women. Because the women used to cook by using the dried cow dung, agricultural waste, charcoal, firewood, etc., and damaging her lungs and the health. So, keeping this in mind, the Ujwala scheme was introduced in India in 2016. The scheme has actually started from Uttar Pradesh. Now it has spread to all over the country. And dear friends, this video is all about the Ujwala scheme, which are very important for the upcoming UPSC prelims and main examinations. Let's start the video. Dear aspirants, so it is a scheme actually introduced by Government of India as a pilot project. It was started from Uttar Pradesh initially, and because it was a daily act of cooking leads to health hazard of the women. So the main idea is there are two objectives actually. One is providing the free LPG cylinders to rural households, particularly for women in the name of women connections, and second is to save our health, because there were a lot of health hazards were created because she used to take a lot of smoke when she used to burn the firewood, dried cow dung, and agriculture waste, etc. Till 2014, about 100 million households were deprived of LPG fuels. It has been tremendously decreased today. A number of LPG cylinders have tremendously increased in the country. First of all, before going to the factuals, you can just see in the pictures how they used to carry the firewood collections for burning purposes, for cooking purposes actually. See, the objectives are to empower the women and safeguard their health. As I told you, one is providing free LPG connections with the main objective of taking care of the health of rural women, and to reduce the adverse consequences of the health hazard which has been caused by using these cooking fuels, right? And reduce indoor pollution, because indoor pollution used to happen, no? So indoor pollution and burning fossil fuels which worsen the respiratory illness, particularly among the women. To stop environmental purity being compromised by the widespread use of the unclean cooking fuel, because the cow dung burning and the firewood collection burning, they were all led to releasing of lot of gases such as carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, and nitrogen oxides, etc. So then who are eligible to take the LPG cylinders under the scheme? See, according to this, under the Pradhan Mantri Ujwala Yojana, applicants must be at the age of 18 and must be an Indian citizen. And listen carefully, it should be given to only women candidate of the household. A woman candidate who is aged above 18 years and who is also a citizen of India is eligible to take up this. And she should come from a family from the below poverty line. Don't think that okay, it is given only to below poverty line. It is given to below poverty line. It is also given to other women who are coming from SCs and STs and other backward castes, etc. I'll tell you the details later, because questions will definitely come in this. So whether the LPG connections can also be given to men, it is not. It is given only to women, and it can be given to any woman. See, statement will come like that, because previous year with respect to voter related questions, a similar question was there, no, in UPSC prelims, right? The one who is eligible to vote, the one who is eligible to vote in any constituency is eligible to contest in the Lok Sabha election. That is not true, no, because voting age is 18. To contest in Lok Sabha election, it was 25, which was not matching. Correct? No. So in the same way, this question may be asked. So all women are eligible to take up? No. The women who is above 18 years, the women who are belonging to the poverty line or SC, ST or OBCs or widow, something like that. You understand? And the family's total monthly income should not exceed as prescribed by the state governments or union territories. The applicant should not be enrolled in any other similar schemes. If she is enjoying the similar scheme, then she is not eligible to enjoy the Ujwala scheme. She cannot be a beneficiary under the Ujwala scheme if she is enjoying a similar scheme. So, what are the major features of this particular scheme? Listen carefully. Initially, this scheme offered 5 crore LPG connections to families who are limited only to below poverty lines. But later on, it has stretched as well, right? Because it is extended. And financial assistance of 1,600 rupees is provided by the scheme for each LPG connections for the BPL households. Listen carefully. So, what is the financial assistance? How much is the financial assistance given by the government? 1,600 rupees. The administrative cost of this assistance is borne by the central government alone. You understand? And this funding is meant for security free for cylinder, pressure regulator, booklet, safety hose, and also other fitting charges. They were all included in this. And the Pradhan Mantri Ujwala Yojana covers all BPL families that fall under all types of distributorship. It may be HP gas, it may be Indus, or what is that? Indian, right? HP gas, Indian, all of them are covered. All distributors are covered, right? In various cylinder types also, see, it is not mandatory that you should use only, the subsidy for 14.2 kgs. You can also use it for 5 kgs as well. The benefits of the scheme are covered for the people of all hilly states, that is all the northeastern states who are treated as on the priority states basis. There is a simple statistics is given. The cost coverage, security deposit of the cylinder is 1,250 and security deposit pressure regulator 150, LPG hose, that is a safety feature, etc., etc. This is not important, but just if you want to know, just have a look. And next is, I'm just covering whatever is important for the examination point of view only, right? Beneficiaries added other than BPL card holders, they were additionally added in April 2018. If the statement says beneficiaries are only BPL families, the statement goes wrong. The benefits is also stretched to other BPL families, that is the households belonging to SC, ST, most backward classes, forest dwellers, residents of islands, riverine islands, and ex-tea garden tribes. They are all being covered along with who? BPL families. And Government of India outreach program. That is, see, this is very, very important because, see, bringing a scheme is not important. Creating awareness is very important. Correct? No. District nodal officer was appointed by the oil marketing companies in each district, very important, to ensure the success of the campaign and increase the coverage of the scheme. Because what is the duty of the nodal officer? A nodal officer may be a tahsildar, may be a district commissioner, may be an officer. So he will be covering, he will be creating the awareness among the rural women. And what are the demerits of the traditional cooking fuel? Leads to deforestation, because you need for firewood. To get the firewood, you have to cut more of trees. And also children missed schools. Why? Because normally the women along with her also carry the children to collect the firewood, no? So because of the gathering of the firewood, so children will lose the school. And what are the merits? Children will straight away go to the school instead of collecting the firewood. This is one. And it also saves time for women. And also women can engage in another or other economic activities, because collection of the firewood will go half a day. So that half a day she can save, and in that half a day she can do some other works, no? And she can also mingle herself in a larger community as she goes for work. Correct? No, you can take an example of wherever Anganwadis are there, after the midday meal scheme, in most of the places, the SC, ST, BPL, or other backward caste women are working as cooks, correct, and helpers. Correct? No, because under the midday meal scheme, the government is actually providing meals. Actually, children from 6 to 14 years all are eligible to take the midday meal scheme, right? After the successful program of Ujwala 1, so the government has launched Ujwala 2.0. That is, it was actually launched in Mahoba district, Uttar Pradesh on 10th of August 2021 by the Honorable Prime Minister. 2.0 had additional target of 1.6 crore of LPGs with a special facility to migrate households has been introduced, which means the one who has migrated from one place to another places can also engage the cylinders now. This Pradhan Mantri Ujwala scheme is going to address the affordability issue, accessibility issue, adaptability issue, because these three A's are very, very important. A free refill scheme option under Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan package has been introduced, which means See, this scheme must be follow the principle of affordability, which means a cheaper or less priced cylinders should be available to the rural women. Accessibility meaning commissioning of more than 6,000 new LPG distributors. See, for example, you are going, see, as a country you are going to provide a cheaper cylinders. If they are not available, is the scheme is going to be successful? Definitely not. No, because the people should access. If 6,000 new distributors are there, they can easily access, because more number of LPG cylinder beneficiaries are there. You have to increase the distributors as well. No, if number of beneficiaries are increased, distributors are not increased, again creates a problem. Correct? No, and booking facilities through the common service centers. This is an added advantage to the accessibility. Adoptability meaning the government also conducted awareness campaign to the masses. As I told you earlier, there is an officer, nodal officer has been set up in each district to create the awareness, particularly among the self-help groups, non-government organizations who are actually engaged to carry out extensive door-to-door campaign in rural areas. Just that is just to promoting and creating awareness among the rural women the importance of using the LPG cylinders and stopping the using of the traditional form of the cow dung based and the firewood based cooking. The government has introduced to limit the usage to 12 cylinders per year with subsidy. I'll tell you an important thing here, because I have seen really most of the places in rural. I have seen in Chamarajanagar and Mysore belt, and even in some of the Asan belt and all. I have seen many many rural people actually selling these cylinders to hotels. When there was no limit, they used to sell the cylinders, taking the cylinders, as they want and selling it to hotels, because that much of requirement is not there per household. No, then the government decided to put a cap on this, and they have kept the cap of only 12 cylinders. This should not happen, because it is not fulfilling the purpose. No, because they will sell the cylinders just for small money, and they'll be continue using the same firewood. Then what happens to the health of the rural women? Again, the objective will be missing in this. So that is the reason the government is restricted to only 12 cylinders per household. New connections of the society can be induced. That is, if any new connections for any real beneficiary should enjoy the benefit. That is the main objective here. That is the main way forward here. And to keep check on price increase, because this is the biggest responsibility of the government which is lying now. Because the government should not allow the cylinders to keep on increase, because it was around 750 rupees. As I know, it has increased to 1150 rupees today. So it's keep on increasing. I can understand, because it is also not the government responsibility, it is also market is playing like that. As the international fuel price increases, crude oil price increases, the gas price will also automatically increases. But in the end of the day, we will ask the government only to do something, and government can open some of the internal, which means domestic production units nearby to each district or each main centers. We can cheaply import by making some good agreements with some of the countries, like as we done with respect to Russia last year. So through that, we can go for a cheaper gases, and we can provide it. Okay, there are solutions as well. Increase the subsidy, because uh, if you increase the supply, and if cheap imports are available, then no need to increase the subsidy. Otherwise, the government have to take care of it, and government has to increase the subsidy as well. So these are all the responsibilities which is lying with the government at present, and the government has to do this. Thank you so much for watching, and be with us like this, and see you in the next video. See you.